Prologue. Not so long ago, and across the sea.
"Come, Minette, to bed. It is time for another tale,"
said the elderly woman with a French accent entangled in her rough Hebrew. The brown curls of the pajama-wearing 6-year-old girl bounced excitedly to bed. She pulled the covers up to her chest and waited with anticipation.
"Are you ready to hear how the sprites collected a mountain of human eyelashes to string together the Bridge of Ages?"
The young girl giggled and nodded enthusiastically.
"Good,"
the old woman said with a smile, and pulled her shawl in close.
"Now, before this bridge, the sprites of Horusburg had only gathered the eyelashes that fell naturally from the humans they followed about, which was a pretty dull way to spend an afternoon, as you can imagine. But this project was one for the history books, and it was going to take some picking to get it done on time. It started as 1 or 2 extra eyelashes pulled from those who weren't shedding adequately, and that seemed harmless enough. But by the end of the week, the whole human town had an eyelash-dropping epidemic, or so they thought, the poor things. They even gave it a name. Madarosis, they called it. The truth of it was, of course, the sprite's own impatience. And what they did not realize was that by stripping an eyelid clean of all its lashes, it would take twice as long for them to grow back. The project hit hard delays from their miscalculation, and something had to be done about it.
Did they learn their lesson, ma tante? Did they have to wait for the town people's lashes to grow back and have them fall out naturally again?
No, Minette. They went to the adjacent town and took all of those townspeople's eyelashes to finish their bridge. These stories are to remind you of the impatience and greed of those who played their tricks on you. Always remember, the sprites never learn. They just move on.
"Oh," the little girl said with a sigh, and after a moment of contemplation, she whispered,
"Papa says your stories are Baba Maisa and not to listen, ma tante."
Your papa has tricked eyes too, and he's not to blame for his ignorance. He did not have a tante to tell him the way. It is important, however, that you learn the truth of things, for you, more than he, must know it. Knowledge is the key to all things.
The old woman stood and bent over to kiss the girl's forehead.
"Good night, my little Minette."
"Good night, ma tante."
Ma tante went toward the door and flipped off the light switch.
"Ma tante,"
the little girl called out into the darkness.
"Yes." "Why do you think I need to know these things more than Papa?"
"Because, Minette, one day the trick on your eyes will fail. And when that day comes, you will need to know."